Hello and welcome to Griefers Pub. Tonight we'll be discussing streamers and whether CIG creates an internal conflict of interest for themselves with their marketing and moderation teams. We'll do our best to kind of keep things on topic. We'll enjoy some memes along the way and try to be constructive with some feedback. But without further delay, I'd like to welcome our guest, Lord Kamak. Welcome, Kamak.
Hello, thank you.
Could you give us your best impression of streamer bro back off?
Streamer bro, back off.
I need a little bit more, like a little bit more enthusiasm. Like it's not. I'm not.
Sorry,
I'm not believing that.
Hold on. Let me get it. Let me get in the
Okay,
mindset.
hang
I'm
on.
being
Yep.
shot at. I'm a Bob. Streamer bro, back off.
There it is. And just like the mic peeking in the background, and just I'd imagine that's kind of what it would be like.
Back off! I will report you.
I will report you. Give us a little bit of detail about your time in Star Citizen and what you do as a content creator, streamer bro.
All right. Well, one, I'm a streamer bro, so please back off, everybody. No, so I started Star Citizen about 2 years ago, and I was originally into like low flying. So admittedly, I started off as a Bob, like probably a lot of us.
Yeah.
But I kind of like ran into a few people, Onsra, people from PAX, other PvP orgs, and I started getting my ass kicked. And so I decided to like start switching over there because I needed to get good. I'm still trying to get good. But content wise, I mean, I pirate. I try to take hostages. Me and a few of the people in my org, we try to have little game shows with people, ask them questions, maybe drop them off in random places.
What is that called? What is your show called?
Oh yeah,
The Price
a little
is
bit of
Life.
detail on that. The Price is Life.
Yes, so we'll try to grab a hostage, soft death them, and then VoIP them a little bit, pull them on the ship, and I'll ask them various questions on the way to the location, try to get to know our contestant or whatever. And then depending on their answers, I might kill them or just fuck with them a little bit, try to drop them off somewhere or cap them, just have a little fun with them, tickle them a little bit, sniff their balls a little bit.
Have there been any say answers that have gotten them like shot like right there on site? Like any bad
100%.
What's your best one?
I have a clip of me somewhere where I'm asking them the questions. My typical questions are: one, do you like olives? The second one is, how do you feel about pineapple on pizza? And then the last one is, who is your favorite metal band? And the guy said he loves olives. He doesn't want to talk to somebody who doesn't like olives. He enjoys pineapple and pizza. And then he said his favorite metal band, what was it? I think it was Metallica or something like that. It was something just so basic I had to put him down. I got out of my seat, immediately turned around and gunned him down.
I think that's a lesson learned. Yeah. That's good.
Gotta have better taste than that.
So, first question.
I feel like I'd get gunned down.
Okay, Elder, let's just pretend like you're the one being held hostage right now. Answer the questions that Kamak just brought out there.
Elder, how do you feel about olives?
I like them. I don't know. Black olives. Is
that
a wrong answer?
That's a wrong answer.
I mean, you're already off to a bad start.
What's wrong with the olives? Okay. All right. What's the next question?
Pineapples on pizza.
Oh, no.
Okay,
not a fan.
right.
Not a fan.
All right.
The last one. I don't even know.
What's your favorite metal band?
Let's hear it.
Let's see here. Is the Wallflowers? Just kidding.
All right, who's got my C-54?
No. Lincoln Park.
He's dead. That's it.
Hold on. I know I said I had to do this podcast with you guys and everything, but I think I hear my wife calling.
Do you know who Downset is? Do you know who Downset is?
I've heard the name.
Oh my God! Forget it. No, I don't. I'm leaving. Actually, you guys have a.
You're dead.
No, there's like super
later.
underground from back in like freaking high school for me.
They're too underground for you guys.
I don't even. Yeah. I don't know. I don't listen to metal at all. Oh, I'm dead. All right. I'm just gonna. Hey, you guys have a good night.
All right.
You got
so
this.
the first question, just to kind of get back on topic. Does live streaming create a conflict of interest for CIG marketing and moderation teams? And do you think that's given them like too much work? Are they putting that on themselves at that point? Asking for trouble?
I mean, there's kind of like there's two sides to that you can see. I mean, taking a look at the marketing aspect, CIG is trying to get the name out there. CIG is definitely going to want to try to have minimal cost, and streamers are definitely the best way to go about that. You have people wanting to play the game and everything, but there is definitely a lot of issues that do come along with that. A lot of one sidedness. Uh, with these streamers who are, I guess you could say, favorited from the CIG team, the ones that are
Yep.
getting all the benefits from them. So a lot of times you can see them issues where they'll arise, and they're definitely not going to have any issues coming on, at least on their end. Everything is going to be in positive light to them, no matter kind of what they do or say.
Okay. What kind of benefits do streamers get?
I
Like,
mean, it's pretty obvious. A lot of streamers get ships to give out,
yep.
and
So
there's
giveaways are a
some
big
of
one.
them. Yeah,
Kind of
giveaways are big ones.
benefits.
Some of them are honest about it. Some of them will be like, "Yeah, I just got an email. CIG is doing this." Some of them kind of play it up that they don't get it from them. But that is a really big thing, and
Mm,
CIG is very
That's a tough one.
protective of who they have giveaway ships as well. Like, there's a lot of streamers who probably do deserve to have that kind of opportunity, who will never get that opportunity just because they're not within that little circle. Um, Honestly,
Yeah.
the biggest thing though that they give them is kind of too much of a free reign with their own community and a lot of the issues. I know it's probably something we'll probably be talking about later
Yeah, of
on,
course.
but they do
Hmm.
they do give a lot of free reign to their communities, and it causes a lot of issues more than I think it does, and it gives Star Citizen and CIG a good name.
Is there like an
Yeah.
official streamer benefits package or something? Does that
So
come with health
there's
benefits?
a content creator like program that they actually have. So you get added to that program, and then you get said benefits. Whether it be
Wait, wait,
like
wait,
through
wait, wait, wait,
the
wait. Is
giveaways.
Comic? Do you have that? Do
I
you
do
have that
not.
benefits package?
I do not. I can even pull up an email that I received from CIG. Last time that conversation has come up between the CIG and I,
Yeah.
and their response is pretty straightforward.
Can you
I'm
share that or
pull.
push that really quick when you get a chance? Just make sure nothing is like displaying for like personal information, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
Or you could just read it off. Entirely up to you how you want to like approach that.
Here, hold on. Let me do
While you're doing
this.
that, Elder, this is a question for you and me. What systems enable specific streamers to have this mindset of privilege? We know that one is obviously like giveaways. One that maybe isn't addressed
What
as often
systems? What do you mean
is
by what systems?
what systems are in place. Like, do we have like moderation teams that are helping them if they run into like stream sniping? Are they placed into like certain events? Cough, cough, Idris. Like when suddenly there's a big streamer that has access to that event, and then it creates this like FOMO. Remember when that was a huge thing? I think one of the big names that I think, who was it that comes to mind for that one? It was Nibble.
Um,
Nibble was one of them. He just like sat in the armistice zone at Microtech for a good portion of that event, and he was just letting people check it out. And then he got mad when someone rammed him, and then reports and all that fun stuff.
I mean, to be fair, you're not supposed to be ramming in the right. So, but yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. What's the systems that they have in place? Yeah, they probably have like, they have immediate response on banning privileges or something.
Priority
Right. I
player
mean,
relations support is what it's called. It's similar to like a concierge report system, right?
I did send a screenshot the last screenshot that I received from CIG when I did question about the streamer program.
Yeah. Let me bring that up. Okay, I'm going to share this. Go ahead and push that, Elder, if you would please. I'd appreciate that. If it's
I don't
showing
see it
now,
on your end.
it's sharing.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything.
Try again. I'll be 1 sec. All right, sharing again.
Oh, okay. Oh, there it is.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, so it says, thanks for contacting the CIG community team. Currently, we work with a select number of content creators for specific promotions in lieu of a partner program. We are currently working on our content creator partner program, but are still in the early stages and therefore can't share any detailed info yet. We'll announce the program as soon as it's ready, so please keep an eye on our website and don't hesitate to contact us again once it's live. So, yeah, pretty straightforward. This actually kind of feels like a copy and paste. Like, you didn't get the part.
It really does. It's like, yeah, sorry, we regret to inform you type of letter.
So there is a system for content creators specifically set aside for like support and things like that, right?
Not to change the subject, but it just kind of popped in my mind. What's the equivalent of us getting stream sniped? Is that swatting? Please don't stream snipe us.
Really good question.
I'm gonna lock the door. Oh wait, that doesn't help. All right. Anyway, all right. Continue. Okay. I'm sorry. Brain.
So that's coming up with. We're gonna switch over to the excessive griefing and stream sniping. Every time I bring up this page, I'm just like, God damn, I have to talk about this again. This is talking about where, for a majority of these matters, a PvP solution is preferable. Frequently, these scenarios are reported to us. I'm sorry, I hate this so much. We encourage those who feel they are being targeted to rally with their friends. Yes, please, let's do that. And orgs in an attempt to fight back. We're not here to protect players from aggressors.
What's this we're looking at? That's from Xylo?
That's from Xylo. This is from
Xylo.
Guess when? Guess when this was? March 2nd, 2020.
Oh, that's a long time ago.
This is a long fucking time ago. And a lot has been happening since then. So it's we know that it's out of date. And then it says right here at the bottom, where was it? We encourage you to report to our concierge teams if you run into like any issues with PvPers, so we can rally with your friends in reports. I'm joking. That's not actually what it says. But that's what it
I was like, I didn't see that. I'm like, what the hell is he reading? So
right.
Encouraged to report, rally with friends.
But it seems like it's encouraged though. Like making that statement though, and making that comment though, even though you're joking about it though, it seems to be encouraged, and it's not just coming from CIG kind of pushing that. It is, but it's also like going back to content creators. It's content creators are creating that problem as well.
Yeah. This is
so
actually,
I mean, we've talked about this before, but like, what's the risk of if they actually accomplish dynamic server meshing and everyone's basically all lumped together? Like, it's not going to be
everybody, but
yeah, but
500, 1,000 players. That's a lot of people.
No, that's just a start though. Like that's just a start. When they if they achieve what they're looking to achieve, right? I'm sorry, CIG, to be mean. But if you guys achieve what you plan to achieve and everybody's basically lumped together in this game, if this game were to blow up the way that they're hoping it will, there will be a lot of people streaming. All right. And so at that point, are they just like going to go through like, oh, we got another report. Streamer bro, back off. Let's go ahead and ban this person. Let's just stop.
Can we watch that? Can we watch that? So this whole like last year, we've seen like this weird sense of almost like entitlement where if you run into someone, they have all right to do that, right? So there's actually, this is from Roy's guide. I'm going to post a link for that as well. Let me bring it up. This is an older one, but let's watch a little bit of that if we can. I'm going to push this tab. Just give me a sec.
Do it, dumb fuckers. Kill me.
So this is from...
I'm guaranteed going to report you
now.
You
remember,
I will report you.
You know the meme. I will report you. Do you remember how this started? It was RAM. And we had Mr. HC Vertigo going in and out of the Armistice Zone, firing off
this guy
ballista rockets, right?
Yeah.
And he was cheesing that. He was kind of, using that as an exploit. As soon as someone tried to engage him, he would drive back in. So they tried to push him out. That's the context of this whole situation.
Okay.
And
all right.
Yeah.
That's a report to CIG.
Thanks to no security, we
sorry. Another one. This is my favorite. This is our friend that we were talking about before, where the streamer bro back off meme obviously comes from. So.
Streamer bro, back off. I told him I was a streamer.
This is probably like
exiting the menu. Yeah, I'm not putting up with this. Yeah, that was a ganking, that's for sure. I'm not putting up with that.
That was
you
a
know
gate
what? I'm
thing.
gonna report it. I'm gonna be. You know what? People may not like it, but I'm gonna report it.
How much you want to bet?
You're Bob.
How much you want to bet? You're Bob.
Hang on. We're just gonna keep that up there. That's our boy River.
I'm gonna report it.
We gotta put it back.
You know
just give me a
what?
second.
People may not like it, but I'm.
Do you see that? You see that? Hold on.
What? Go back.
So no. Leave it. It's fine. So you see that? You see how quickly he picked up his phone and put it down? I bet you had a form right up, and all he did was hit submit just then. That was it.
Mongrel
Boom.
Squad.
Done.
Mongrel Squad members pushing him out of. I thought it was Ram for some reason. Never mind. Disregard that.
Wait, is that River of PAX? Right?
PAX?
Yes. That's River Grit. Yeah.
Right? Rivers and PAX, right? All right. I'm sorry. Okay, continue.
Bobs. Okay. So with that being said, these aren't like isolated cases where this is happening. This is happening more and more often. I mean, I can think back to the experience. I mean, this is mostly Creeper Neck, don't get me wrong, but we also have like Herbazita with the report when he was bounty hunted, and then, you know, they reported and got like that ban wave right there. Then you had Tarada, I think I'm saying that right, where I don't want to go too into depth on that one because I'm still kind of investigating that one, but it was I think it was Mammon hit that event and they got hit with like a huge ban on that one. And there's I think an NDA kind of being resolved internally with that one. It's crazy. And the last one that came to mind was we have Anti-Racing and then Mongrel Squad.
Yep.
Mongrel Squad is an
Mongrel Squad. Oh yeah, I heard about that actually.
Mongrel Squad, yeah. So Mongrel Squad, DMCA, DMCA, that's the right word. Thank you very much. That's what I was looking for. So Mongrel Squad was the latest one where they were hunting down GrieferNet members because I think it was Ginger of Oz had switched up their name to, what was it? It was something rather 69. Let me check the DM really quick for that.
420?
No. So his name was Amiro69, and I don't know if it was because of impersonation or if it was because they had found him on multiple servers. Someone not necessarily Ginger, maybe, I don't know. But regardless, this is crazy. Like, why would they hunt down someone and then report them after the fact? Like, that's wild to me. It just it creates this like weird culture
just in general,
like gaming.
The shit that people do, it never ceases to amaze me.
It does, yeah. I know.
You're gonna that's like the equivalent of having a crime stat, and then when somebody comes to kill you because you know who they are as a group, reporting them as or at least claiming they're stream sniping you. Like, come on,
it's ridiculous. We had a situation where we caught an 890 outside of an OM point around Crusader. And we took care of their escorts. We locked down the 890. We went as far as like hailing them and asking them for money. Like, look, give us 2 million AUEC. It's an 890 pilot. That's reasonable. Or we'll kill you. You know, but if you don't give it to us, you know, we'll kill you. Or you can get some free passage. Your choice. He just hung up, so we did what we did. And then next thing you know, we're having accusations of stream sniping, and then of course, then later on, that's they come into the Discord and they start acting angry and start a war with us that never really went anywhere. But it's they started taking down our names and associating us with stream sniping and trying to start pulling up reports and like, we found you at an OM, you're in a big fucking ship, like why are you immediately going to grabbing names and trying to report?
Which group was this? Was this the Vanguard?
It was the faux Vanguard mercenary, and some other group that I guess he was trying to alliance up with. And then once the war started and we basically pushed them, like a bunch of PvP groups got banded together, probably all bloodthirsty because the LOL live has it been in. And they just completely backed off. They said, we don't want nothing of it. And then so they backed off on everything. I still don't see anything from the reports, so I doubt the reports went anywhere. Because I mean,
I don't think they'd push it if that were the case, right?
That, and we have proof on ourselves. We streamer group, so we have a few streamers who are always recording shit.
Streamer bro, back off. That's what I heard there for a second. So you got that privilege there. That's nice. Thanks.
The way he says it, it's great though.
It is, yeah.
Streamer,
it's been immortalized. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I love it.
So that actually brings up the next question. So have the recent bans by CIG created a rift of trust from the PvP community? How are you guys feeling about that?
I would say so.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, they're taking a lot of action without doing proper research.
Yeah.
They go directly into, okay, just because they're associated with a particular org, that they want to immediately just say, all right, obviously they must have done it, so we're just automatically going to throw a ban, and that's wrong. And
Yeah.
I've said this multiple times in a lot of people's chats, but CIG, the way they monitor makes you feel like it's a Daisy owner or a GTA RP server owner. They're 16 years old.
Too fucking true.
Oh my god,
True.
drama! Let me just go ahead and ban this guy just because I don't like the name.
Yeah.
As someone that comes from the Daisy community, I can already tell you that is almost handled verbatim in that regard.
Yeah, and I always feel anxious about, because like I know I like to go out and kill people and I'm like a bad griefer and stuff like that, but like if I do discover after the fact that I have killed them that they're streaming, or if, like, for instance, we run into King Chaos, we pretty much assume he's streaming, right? I'm gonna jump into the chat a lot of times and say GF or something. Now I have to worry about that because that looks like I'm stream sniping them. I mean,
real talk. I've had that happen. I've had that happen where I went into someone's chat after the fact. It was like hours after streaming, saying, "Hey, good fight. I ran into you. Just want to say, hey, good fight, and moving on. Just being like a good sport." And immediately banned. The reason? Stop trolling in my chat. It's just like there's no listening. There's no like way to reach out to these people. It's crazy.
I know, like you jump in, you're like, "Hey, GF," and they're like,
"Bro, back up."
Pretty much. Well, and Arcane has a good point. The one actually I was going to bring up, though, when he came in there after the fight with Smashly, and Smashly went on this entire rant of how, no, you're just basically just calling him a piece of shit, and you're just coming in here to flaunt your PvP-ness and all this shit.
Hey, that was going to be one of our titles.
I'm glad
PvP-ness. We never used it because it was too edgy. Sorry, all right.
Okay, right. I got something, if I can share this. This is regarding the blacklist from Vanguard Embargo blacklist. We have Griefernet, Chaos, Mammon. So this is just stuff that we've seen up here. This is the group that declared war on you, right? This is what we're talking about. And I'm not trying to get into like the drama behind it. Not too worried about that kind of stuff.
Yep, that's who they are.
Reporting encounters. If a member, this is the important part. If a member encounters a listed organization, they should report the interaction to their superior immediately for further action, right? So they're bringing it back. So like Mercenary can come to your like page and say, "Hey, we're here for a fight. We're declaring war," and then hours after.
Oh yeah, what was that? I remember coming across that. It was like if. Oh, I don't remember now, but it was something along the lines like, you don't know what's happening in this person's life and what they're going through, and you should make sure first before you PvP them, before you show your PvP-ness, right?
Yeah, let me get my fax machine ready and go, and I'll send over the consent forms over there, sign that shit off, notarize it, and then we'll get to going.
Yeah, if no offense to people who may be struggling with some sort of mental conditions or whatever it may be, but like honestly, if like me showing up and killing you in my Aurora, it results in you doing something that's not good for yourself, I don't think that's on me.
Did you say an Aurora?
Yeah.
why would you show up in an Aurora?
Aurora Squadron.
Okay.
Squadron.
Fucking get out of here with the goddamn memes already. All right. Anyway, what were you saying? My bad. I'm like kind of too.
Oh, was I saying? Oh no, I finished.
No, I was going to say updates to the blacklist. The blacklist will be reviewed regularly, and organizations. This is just kind of following up with this. Maybe added or removed based on their behavior and interactions with the Vanguard initiative. So.
Wait a minute, Vanguard Initiative isn't Vanguard though, right?
That's no.
It's not the same. It's
I was
like
confused. I didn't know if that was like Vanguard's what's that joke that you guys always do, the copy pasta, the Strike Force. So I didn't know if that was like Vanguard's Alpha Strike Force.
Let me tell you right now, that is not a meme. The Board Gamers Alpha Strike Team is real.
Bro, I know, dude. I literally have trouble making it to work because I don't know if like something could happen because I don't, what I mean? They make me nervous.
They are to be feared.
All right. So here's the question for you guys. We're going to switch over to something else a little bit. I'm kind of getting off track here. Sorry about that. That was kind of my fault. At what point does the responsibility fall on the streamer for the risks they take in game while building their brand?
Should be always.
So it should be always. I agree with that. Yep.
100%.
So like say I put TTV behind my name, or I even use the name Deadfrag, which I have a main account that has that as a name. I am responsible for people that are coming after me if I'm broadcasting my position. So
I feel like automatically if somebody has TTV on their name and you kill them and like they start complaining, I feel like that's an immediate like, oh, TTV, this is who you should not be following. Do not sub, do not follow.
This is a bad representation of what Star Citizen players are like. You know,
TTV in the name already, when you're in your username, is already like a certain level of cringe to begin with. I mean, people already like look up names and stuff like that. To like, I've gotten so many people come in just to see if I was a streamer, just by the name and them having an interaction. So they already do that. There's no reason to like try to shill yourself that hard. But if you have TTV on, that's basically saying, come stream snipe me. I'm a streamer.
You know,
I'm probably
me
live.
Most time is if you want to see their perspective of the kill cam, you just check out their stream, you know, like later on during that VOD, and you can see how they died. You know, that's the best way to like do it.
You know, this brings about a question for me too. Some people have, I think, like a 5-minute delay or something. There's somebody I'm thinking of specifically. That I know does a delay that's so long because they use it to save their VODs.
Yeah.
Right?
There's no interaction. He's just like, he's streaming, but he's so paranoid about it. At 30 minutes long.
30-minute delay, is that what it is? So at what point can you say, like, okay, this can't be stream sniping because the delay is 30 minutes? You know what I mean? I mean, I got nobody specifically in mind or anything, actually.
No, of course not. No, I know what you're talking about.
Junior says hi, though.
Junior sends his regards.
Yeah. Is that what it is? Yeah.
I do actually recall. I don't know. Can I use names? Is that like frowned upon? Can I just say names? I'm just going to say names. So I recall a situation when the topic of stream sniping came up in like a Twitch chat, right? And the first time chatter thing that I say is, hey, maybe you should remove the TTV from your like username in game to avoid stream sniping, or maybe use an alt account name. And then guess what the result was? Permaban. That's it.
Permaban.
Wait, so you gave a solution and they just banned you?
I tried to be constructive in the situation.
Like,
it was
wait,
like,
what?
It was Umkazul. We talked about this a while ago.
Done.
And I was like, hey, you know, I recognize that's a problem. So I like tried to say a solution. And I got a permaban for being rude and saying like something that was apparently like insulting.
How is that like insulting?
Brand? Like, I don't know. But it was intended to be constructive 100%. But at what point is it on a player that is streaming their, you know, like whole position and everything in real time? And I don't know. It's insane.
It really is insane. If you're going to stream, you have to understand the risks that you take involved into that stream. No matter what game you play, there's only a few games that you can play that are multiplayer online that you can possibly not get stream sniped. And even still, there's still possibilities. Like even Call of Duty, people can get in there, notice your name, and then next thing you know, they pull you up and they can find you and kill you. So you have to understand, like, if you're going to be streaming Star Citizen, there's going to be a group of people that will pull you up. There's not a shit ton of streamers, so all you have to do is scroll a little bit, find you, and then you're done.
Yeah. Why would you get mad if you're watching that too? Like if you're watching and somebody's a Star Citizen streamer, bro, and like you're watching and like all of a sudden this whole interaction happens as a result, and they're like, I'm not like saying it's okay to stream snipe or anything, but like I am telling you to pull your panties out your ass first of all. But so like if I'm watching this and all that's going on, that's interesting to me. That, you know what I mean? That's cool. Like I think that would be cool to watch because like all this stuff starts happening. Because what are they doing in the meantime? Just like flying through dead space? I mean, let's be real. Right now, there's not a whole lot going on in Star Citizen. There really isn't. We're making the content for the game. So I don't know. I just don't understand why it's such a big deal.
I think it was Griefernet was after Summit. Every other time that Griefernet wasn't after Summit, it was very dull, very boring most of the time. But when you had orgs on like OVO kind of like action going on, that's when it was really interesting to see, you know, all of the elements that Master Modes had to offer at that point, or even just like fleet composition, like fleet against fleet. It was just interesting, I think.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Again, I'm not saying you should be stream sniping. I'm just saying,
no.
Like, for me personally, though, like if somebody showed up while I was streaming and attacked me, I'm not gonna get upset about it. Realistically, like that's the risk. You know what I mean?
I was going to ask, like,
anyway.
What is your personal take on like stream sniping? Like, Elder, how do you deal with it if it ever happens? Do you just say like GG and move on, or do you like overreact and like report him to your nearest concierge team?
Oh, no. The moment I die, I go upstairs and I beat my wife. Yeah. Like Jesus. And then I swing the small dog by its back legs and throw him out the window because it's because otherwise, what am I supposed to do? You know, I need to assert my dominance somewhere, right? Clip it. Don't clip that. Uh-oh.
Man's over here hunting chihuahuas out windows and shit.
No, but you guys weren't expecting
no talk.
Like, in all seriousness, not only do I encourage the interaction, right? I take it as a challenge and I have fun with it. Like, if I think the person's stream sniping me, I talk to him. Literally. Yep. I'd be like, if you're in here, like, freaking, let's go again. You know what I mean? Like, let's have fun with it. Or I go, because honestly, think about it. In this game, like, you can move in a way where people can't catch up to you. And there's a delay even when you don't want there to be a delay, just long enough for you to get out of the situation anyway. So,
right.
You know what I mean? That's how I handle it. I don't know. I mean, I know, like, I'm a PvPer and all that, but still, like, I just, in my personal opinion, it adds content. I don't think there's ever a point where it doesn't add content.
I just try to bully him to following me. I'll just like, all right, I know you're here, man. Just give me a fucking follow at least, something.
River says, put that on a soundboard.
Yes.
It's gonna happen. So actually, Kamok, has that ever happened to you? Have you ever been stream sniped by anybody?
I can confirm I've been
anytime?
stream sniped by people. I mean, I know for a fact it's happened. People have made it obvious. I've spoke only into my chat and literally they're answering in global.
They probably confused the chats. Yeah.
So
I've had that. Yeah. Yep.
So it's like they make it. Some of them make it obvious. Some of them don't. You know, some of them are sneaky about it. And they do the thing or whatever. You know, I don't give a fuck. I know I'm going to be stream sniped. I know the moment I hit live and I go out there, you know, I'm going to have that.
There's always that possibility.
And so it's not even like I could, even if I wanted to be a Bob and scream stream sniper, I have a bounty after me 90% of the time. So I couldn't do that. It would be stupid for me to do that. But like I try to bait them into giving me a follow. If you're going to stream snipe me, awesome. Stay along. Give me the view. Give me the follow. Let's do this.
So wait a minute. Hold on. According to Spur, I'm pretty sure you were complaining about stream sniping. You kept screaming it, right? I was
sitting there like, God damn it! God damn grief for that stream sniping me.
They stream sniping me. That's why I was like, wait a minute. Did this really happen? I was like, I don't see you getting upset about it. That's why I was like, no way. That's not.
No, honestly, it's really. I don't get upset by those kind of things. I encourage the fights and I love getting fights. Whether if I win or not, I encourage having fights. I mean, we were picking on the purple pirate,
paying his viewers to kill him. So that happens today. Remember, who was it that sniped you and like killed you like during the middle of your own stream? It happened today. Tom Hanks put a bounty on you, dude, and then you got killed by one of your own guys. Who killed you? And should we report him?
Report everybody. Report them all. Just make sure you report them all.
Say the word, man. I'm ready. Say the word.
Right. I got my concierge on speed dial.
That was a gank. I know that was. I don't know the actual like. If we had Stiletto in here, he would actually know it like word for word. So, how do you think this like whole mindset of the moment you die in game, someone says like, "Oh, it was a stream sniper," you know, like say AV1 and Kyosa are on the same server. Kyosa happens to go to like OM1. This actually happened, and then 2 seconds later on his stream, like on AV1 stream, he says he must be stream sniping or something along those lines, right?
Yeah.
How does that impact our like PvP community? How does that, you know, impact our culture as like a Star Citizen just overall, you know? Like it's not positive. I'll say that much.
I mean, it's definitely negative. I mean, any stream sniping in any game, in any community is definitely a negative. It can cause a lot of issues, people pointing fingers, and then it becomes that culture of people immediately, the moment they die, they want to do that. They do the mass reports. The people who watch them, the people who follow them on the day-to-day basis, they start getting that same mentality.
Yep.
The streamers are partially,
right?
Exactly. The streamers are partially responsible for the culture of the game.
Okay.
Yeah. That's true.
That's a good damn like response. I don't even know how to like follow it up. Huh.
But at the same time, you have the big ones who, I mean, at a certain point, you know, everybody has an ego. It's PvPers have egos too. I mean, if anybody is a PvPer and doesn't have an ego, like they're a fucking liar. But at the same time, they get to a certain point where I think their ego is so fucking big that they think automatically they died, that it must because somebody cheated of some sort, and so they automatically go to the stream sniping and the hacks and stuff like that.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at River's comment there too. Well, everyone only gets stream sniped when he has a bounty. No, he only gets stream sniped when he has a bounty and loses the interaction. Then it's stream sniping. Otherwise, it's, hey, good fight, brother. All right, I'm sorry.
That raises like a really good point. Like, at what point though, like you have these big names coming in, like say Clean or Summit comes in, and it's constantly happening. At what point do you think stream sniping goes too far, and when should CIG actually act on it? I know I don't know. I don't know either, but that's a tough one to like really think
about.
At
what point is it going too far?
At the point of it going too far would maybe be like, and then this might be a mute point even down the road, depending on how they get server meshing up. Because once server meshing comes up, stream sniping in itself is going to be a completely different topic. Because right now, we have the ability, if you really don't want to be stream snipe, and you feel like you have the ability to hop servers. And if they follow you, then at that point, that is breaking, obvious TOS. I mean, and I'm not saying go report because they're doing that, but that gives it a little bit of an obvious focal point. And I think at that point is where the stream sniping, if you are going to stream snipe, you need to cut it out at that point. Stick it to the same server. Don't keep following. But once we get the server meshing, that probably is not even going to be a possibility.
Static server meshing, like 1,000 players per server, and how often it throws you into the same shards as people that you typically run with just because their friends are on there. That algorithm just places you in there, and there's nothing you're going to be able to do.
And then third partying is going to be a lot easier because of the more amount of people being in one general location. I mean, when we saw 400 people when I was in the server meshing testing, I was camping OM1, and there was so many people coming in and out of OM1, there was no way to keep track of it all.
Right. Yeah.
No, I mean, it's not our job to keep track of whether you're streaming or whatever. Is that what you're saying? Like,
no. Keep track of the people coming into OM1. The traffic,
I think I have a solution, guys. I have a solution.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, so if one of them, well, unless I missed something, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, here's what we should do. We should, on the player ships, instead of blue or red or white or whatever it is, it's purple. It means they're live streaming. You can't touch them. That should just be how their tag looks.
That's the streamer wrote back off tag.
Oh my god!
Streamer wrote back off tag. Isn't that? I think that's how you solve all the problems.
Done. Let's ship that over to CIG.
Ship it. Okay.
That's your PvP switch right there.
It's been a great show. I'll catch you guys later.
All right, later, guys. See you later.
All right. Okay, but yeah, it just does kind of raise a question, because how far is it too far? Because there's some people that are doing this to 200 or 300 viewers, and it's constant, right?
Well, so that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I think it's too far is if either one person is consistently just going after you over and over and over again, right? That's obviously too far, right? If you're going to kill the person, you kill them. I mean, so I'm kind of on the mindset that I understand the purpose of of saying stream sniping is against TOS or whatever, because of the fact that if you have, let's say this game blows up and you have somebody like Summit who's streaming to 15,000 people, can you imagine if they were like, stream sniping's okay, and if you get one out of every 500 people stream sniping him, that's a lot of stream snipers. You know what I mean? So you have to be fair about it, obviously, but it's as of right now, that's not a thing. And somebody gets stream sniped one single time, and they're supposedly, and they're claiming stream snipe, they're reporting them, and people are getting banned over supposed stream sniping like that.
Bro, back off.
Exactly. So you know what I mean? That is, I mean, it's excessive right now in a sense where it's oh, let me just claim, I'm a streamer, so let me claim stream sniping. So I don't know. I mean, but too much is when you're just consistently targeting the person, or if the person's a very large streamer, and it's at that point, I don't know. If you come across Summit in the verse, it's going to be hard to say, I don't know who Summit is, right? Meanwhile, he has 15,000 people watching him. You know?
Yeah, I think it really comes down to though is CIG being too micromanagement and everything, and the fact that it's lack of proof. Going back to the lack of proof, I think like CIG needs to do a better job making sure that before they actually hit a suspension or a ban, they need to go through all the evidence, and if there is no evidence, there is nothing that can be done.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Video evidence, I think, would go a long ways. That's actually something I remember from community servers in DayZ. If you thought you were being targeted by like a certain person, provide video evidence. Otherwise, they wouldn't like even touch it.
All right, and then can I
think it makes sense? You know,
I'm sorry. I just want to jump on what Citizen Jim just said. I disagree. If you tell everyone where you are at, it's always going to be on you. Yeah, but like let's be fair. Some of these people, that's literally their livelihood. So what? Now they can't stream because they have such a huge following. I don't agree with that. I'm not like the type to complain about it, right? I don't actually beat my wife, right? But at the same time, yeah, not your problem, I guess. But at the same time, like, then it's saying, oh, well, then you can't stream this game and nobody should stream the game because you're taking that risk. If you got such a huge following, it's like, so I can't go on and stream the game now? Like, I don't know. I don't entirely agree. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's another point that Blink brought up. I have a bingo card for streamers. I have certain streamers that are on my list. The moment I see them, I'm on their fucking ass and I'm trying to blow them up. So what it was to say, like Voidy Dude, we got Voidy Dude, and I announced that he was on my list. He's a bigger content creator than I am.
Is that targeted harassment, friend? Did you got to say already? Just plead the fifth. It's not too late. We'll
imagine if he moved his chair. Imagine he moved his chair. It was a neon light behind him that said OnlyFans. That would have been great.
but we killed him. And so what's to say? Like, say he's the type of content creator to get his community up in a rally and mass report me, and I'm not as big of a content creator as Voidy Dude. So what is it? His privilege trumps my privilege? Is it to the point where now I'm going to be
his
the
audience versus your audience? He has a bigger like appeal. More people maybe watching at some points, and he can just like say, hey guys, in my Discord, everyone report this guy, Lord Kamak. He's an asshole. He killed me. He wouldn't actually do that. I know he actually has like a really good like mindset when it comes to
he's cool, but just an example, somebody who is in a bigger position that would have that kind of mentality.
Right. Is that
wait a minute, so hold on. So like
abusing your platform at that point.
Two streamers start like killing start attacking each other, right? So who's stream sniping? Which streamer is stream sniping?
We're going to be meta. What if they're both on foot with P6LRs at each other, trying to hit each other? Is that stream sniping?
Wait, okay, all right. Does it become battle of the reports? Who gets the most reports in wins?
First to 100 reports wins.
Okay.
All right. Just I know we're getting on the tangent here. Okay, so I just want to also put it out there, guys. We are taking callers tonight. So if you want to join us in Discord toward the end of the show, we will be taking live callers.
So like around now.
about nowish, but like we're gonna shift gears a little bit. We're gonna be a little bit more constructive with what we're saying, what we're thinking.
Yes, certainly more professionalism.
More professionalism. Less talking
less about beating animals.
Dogs. Yeah. All right. So what constructive feedback would you give to CIG to improve issues with stream sniping and moderation?
Sorry, I'm reading comments.
Well, I mean, if you want, I can answer that. I mean, my answer is pretty much the same. Back off.
Streamer bro, back off.
Yeah, streamer bro, back off. Like CIG needs to back off. They need to focus on their own shit and not worry about the
It's a waste of resource. It's a waste of resources, straight up.
It
really is. Like I say, fire most of those people doing that and hire people to actually work on game mechanics. Sorry, those of you who may be going through the reports. Sorry, Xylo.
I'm sorry,
but I want the game to be finished before I want streamer bros to back off or whatever.
Hexer's this. In a streamer versus streamer situation, the sales team gets to decide who is more valuable from a marketing perspective. I'm sorry, Joel.
I thought you were.
Or come on, your sales were down this month, so we're going to have to ban you.
Oh, here. Actually, I do. Can I bring this up really quick before I forget about it? It's actually a post that I want to share. Just give me a sec. This is actually someone was kind enough to post this. It is a post about the stream sniping AP1 situation. We'll just kind of address it. Again, we're not delving into like drama. Crickets.
He just looked around and saw that. Who's
Where
like,
are they? You know, it's as bad as that one where someone's like knocking on the door, like both sides. I look over to my right. There's a window there. I'm on the 4th floor. There's no way it's happening, but it always gets me.
I'm in a basement. There's no, I hear it, and I always think because I got the 3D sound, it sounds so real.
Okay, so it says, "Oh, what a stream! Epic runs, funny moments. Oh, and Avenger 1 attacked our low fly group at Ohm 1. We went back to fight, obviously, but then someone in my chat said AV1 or A1 was calling us stream snipers. And then I went to check. He sure was. He then started banning our group from his stream. What an absolute joke. The fact that this dude thinks he can just throw accusations like that around are absurd. I could lose my channel for that. I could lose my RSI account. We all know how support works, and I've worked hard, or far too hard, to get where I am, to have some entitled idiot destroyed. So this is just a valid concern. Actually, we can go back to the other panel. I just wanted to share that. So it does not just also impact like stream sniping or like even the accusations. It can degrade someone's character if you're not careful with that. If you just like blatantly throw it out there, it can really harm someone's perception of like how they see somebody else, you know?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's, I think that goes with what I've said a while. Like somebody like A1 who has that much viewership, like you probably should use that responsibly, like to be just throwing it out there.
Yep, 100%.
I agree with River here. Like pretty much he must be a Bob. Yeah.
You're a Bob. So with that being said, the second question that I had, what systems enable specific streamers? Oh, no, we're on part 2. Sorry about that. How could CIG balance between being able to market a game while supporting proper systems with streamers to allow a more hands-off approach? We were talking about that. I agree 100% on that. I just want to go a little bit more in depth, Kamak. Did you have any ideas on like how they could do that? I have some here that I could list, but I want to hear if you have any like takes for that.
Honestly, they just it really it's honestly simple. I know you might have some more ways to go in depth with me, but honestly, it's really simple. They need to be open about their streamer programs, their ability, and the way they market through streamers. They need to be more open about it because somebody else I think mentioned that in the chat that they deny the streamer program even exists, but then you have emails like this that's saying that they work with certain ones and they're working on a different partner program at the same time. They should be more open about things like that,
more
because then I think exactly the transparency would make everybody else feel better about what streamers get and what the privileges that streamers may or may not have. And then going back to they need to just not micromanage anything anymore. They need to let the streamers do what they need to do, and then anything that comes in, and I agree with Heavy Bob. I think he's the one who said it, that there needs to be more pushback on the ones who do the false reporting and do all this. They need to give them the suspensions.
The false reporting shouldn't be a thing because you're abusing a system that was intended for something else, not for that. That's the brigade. Like the brigading needs to stop and everything else. It's not accomplishing anything.
Why even deny that? I mean, obviously, why not be transparent about that anyway? I mean, it's like it's free publicity essentially, right? Like, why wouldn't they utilize it to begin with, right? Work with certain streamers.
It makes sense. It makes sense business wise. Like what are they really spending? The amount of times it takes to put the code of this ship is now in this person's hangar for them to send it. That takes them no money, no time.
Yeah.
They're not physically
potential sale, like, you know what I mean?
Exactly. And then to be open and honest about it, it makes complete sense. I think and everybody 100%. Would understand that a lot better if they weren't so wishy-washy about a lot of things that they do say and portray. They will, just recently they say one thing and then one of the people on I forget which one it was, but one of their moderators came in and had no idea that was even going on. They can't even communicate properly with each other either.
Yeah. That reminds me, by the way, we're giving out a free carrot here. So if you guys, just kidding, I'm moving on.
I was gonna say, are you Bob?
Yeah, free carrot. And what's the street sweeper's name? I forget.
So this is what I want. So I don't know how to say this. I want them to go from like PvP solutions are preferred to required. If you don't want to deal with like stream sniping and things like that, handle it in game. It's less work for everybody. The only time that they should get involved if someone says something stupid like VoIP or like global chat, hey, that's fair games. But when it comes to like PvP interactions beyond like, the armistice zone and all that like nonsense, it should be handled in game. I want that hands-off approach because we need to have that like organic,
they got the
environment.
but they got
like
they got the reason or excuse, I guess it depends on your perspective, that they say, well, we haven't been able to create those in-game functions or whatever to be able to make it the way it's intended. I know.
12 years
I know. At that point,
we don't have like one, a chat filter. 2, we don't have like any way to implement a redacted name system for the in-game comms listings. Why hasn't that been a thing? You don't want to display your name?
Yeah,
I'm thinking like being able to do like redacted, like look at Tarkov. Good example. If you don't want to show like what your name is in game to avoid like stream sniping, they have like a streamer mode. Why is that not a thing?
Yeah, I don't think the solution, the solution for in-game problems is out of game action.
I agree.
Personally, right? Like,
and they've made the statement a few times. I mean, they've made the statement vaguely, but they've made that statement where they prefer it to be in game. And I think what they need to do is just have the balls to stand behind that statement.
So the problem is it's only one person from the player relations point of view. The issue is I don't think it's actually being enacted on as like a full team. It's just one person's perspective. Xylo's mentioned this. Hey, I like PvP. I want to see that like handled in game, but not everybody else in the player relations team has this consistent, language when it comes to handling those solutions. And that's, I think, half of the problem is you don't have people on board with that consistent, set of, moderation tools and policies.
Management.
Right?
I think it comes down to their management. Their management is lacking, and I think it's kind of obvious that they're unorganized as a company. And I think that if they can't, because if you're going to work for the company and have an official CIG tag, if you're going to say something about the game and to see how CIG runs, it better be on par with how CIG feels. It can't be we say one thing and the next person goes, "I'm sorry, we didn't mean that. It's actually this."
Yeah.
That's
I think it's a
matter
of perspective, because it seems to me that the streamer bros like the management.
So hear me out. There's also another part I'd like to add on to this. I think they should implement when they finally get a proper reputation system implemented, a player response, kind of like a signal flare to lawful players for PvP activity to, put out like a service beacon specifically for that, to allow players to congregate on that one location and then just have this all-out war. I'm just saying.
I want to jump on.
Told to smoke.
I want to jump on. I don't know if I'm saying that name right. Adicia says exactly FCIG for banning pirates when they marketed this game for pirates. I just want to jump on that because, like, realistically, and then we brought this up many times, but like, whenever you see an ad for the game, what do you see in that ad?
Yep.
Like all out war and
piracy, gun,
every
fighting. Yep.
Every patch.
So literally.
But what happens is when they finally get that action in game, what is the actual? It's like the expectations versus reality memes. You're just like, you see all these guns blazing, and then when you see it in game, it should just be, instead of people fighting in game, just a report page from the support team. It's just like he did this to me. That's how I'm dealing with those problems instead. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
Could we? Could I just? There's a couple questions.
We have some questions here.
Yeah.
If you want to go back.
Yeah, we got Z question. Do you think that CIG specifically avoiding PvPers since they tend to not have any PvPers in that content program? Is that true? I guess that's true. What about is AVS or A1, whatever? Is he in the content program?
I don't know.
I've never seen him give a ship away. Yeah, I guess not. Wow,
unless he just keeps it for himself.
Okay, what about the Doc Law? Is he in that program? I don't think he is. That's a good. You know what? That didn't even occur to me.
Honestly, the PvP community for streaming is very, very little.
Yeah,
it's mainly. I
can't think of one. I can't think of one that is actually there. That's the problem, but I'm sure there is.
Yeah, I guess they're not there. Wow.
Okay. I do have a few questions. Do we want to jump on those?
Yeah, well, yeah. There's another one for Z. Is your opinion on CIG?
Z's actually in the channel up above. Do you want to take a live call and then we'll jump on questions? Is it okay? Just so we're not
no,
keeping
you
them
know what?
waiting?
I only got one more question from Lefty.
Yeah.
What does
sure.
everyone think about permanent reputation damage being a mitigator for PvP? That's a good question. I don't know how I feel about permanent reputation damage. It might be a bit extreme, I think. Right? Because what if you want like a clean slate to I guess the fix for that would be if your character gets the permanent
It's called an
finally.
alt account, my friend.
Yeah, that's true.
What an alt is for. Just saying.
That or you just do by the good side of the law from there on out and try to win the
I
reputation
don't
back.
like what this guy's pushing right now. I'm not a fan.
Okay. Here's a question. Favorite moments in SC? Do you guys want to like share that like maybe toward the end? Maybe it seems a little off topic. I'll save that for a little bit later. But I would say I think if there's a way to like get back up with your reputation, I have no problem with it, but there needs to be balance. You know, it needs to be well thought out if they, implement that, because someone could easily exploit that. They, attack you and then you attack them and just a bunch of random, stuff happens and it could go like back and forth for forever. Here, I'm going to mark that one as complete. I'm going to drag Z down. Are you ready for them?
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. I'm ready.
Hey, what's up, Z? How you doing?
Oops, that's over there.
Zari,
like
are you there?
Yeah, Z, you there?
You might be
Hey, what's up,
AFK.
guys?
There we go.
Nope, he's not there. All right. Hey, let's go on to the next caller.
Okay, what's your question, friend?
All right, so I guess you're ready for my question, huh?
Yeah.
Yep, I'm ready for it.
Absolutely.
All right. So, do you think, or at least in all of your honest opinions, do you think that CIG's current actions of the way they handle reporting, do you think it's actually encouraging the weaponization of mass reporting and the way they handle account actions?
Yeah.
Yes.
100%.
Absolutely.
It is encouraging it.
Yep. 100% it does.
They don't show any actions or even make a statement against the ones that are doing the mass reporting or the streamers that are saying, hey, mass report this person, like, hey, use these keywords and all that. You don't see them take a stance against that, saying, hey, maybe you shouldn't do that. And it keeps happening over and over and over again. So it looks like it's okay. Everybody thinks it's okay.
I'm going to put on my tinfoil hat here. Okay. I think what's happening
no,
is...
pause. Where's your tinfoil hat? I busted it
one.
out last time. You need to like get.
I don't have any tinfoil here. Okay.
You can't say that and then not have the tinfoil hat. Well, let's hear it. What you got?
Thank you for the subscription, Reaper. By the way, okay. I think what's happening is that Chris Roberts had this vision, and it's like war and all this stuff and pirating and all this, right? But the team of people that he's hired are all straight bobs. So what they're doing is they're on the download trying to alienate all the PvPers to push them out of the game. Well, what do you think, huh?
I mean, it's not a bad conspiracy though. Like, I mean, look,
I don't
your
know.
proof comes in. Have you ever seen them do FPS or ship combat in any of the fucking videos that they always show us? And look how horrible it always is. Player will be here and they're shooting 5 feet to the right.
I think what's happening is we're not even having desync issues. They're making desync PvP desync only. Watch. I'm telling you. They're trying to discourage it on the download, not telling Mr. Roberts. I hope he's watching this. You need to fire them all.
Good point there. I mean, if you look at their marketing materials, you watch these people go in and do FPS combat, you watch them do flight combat. I mean, we would never be caught dead doing half the stuff that they do in reality. Because you're going to get killed. You'll get pancake and killed every single time they do some of these actions. And I guess it looks pretty when you're trying to fight, but none of them's effective.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I have a follow up to that in a way.
Yeah.
So should CIG take take into account actions of the reporter when they review these stream sniping incidents? And to kind of expand on that a little bit, this kind of goes back to the original questions of should streamers be held accountable to their own actions to protect themselves, and basically should CIG take into account what those streamers have done when they're looking at the person that quote unquote stream sniped them to say, you didn't have a delay on your stream, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, and you kind of left yourself open. So I'm not going to ban this account because, you know, you kind of left yourself open. Is that, what do y'all think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think there should definitely be expectations on the streamer to protect themselves to begin with, and that should be looked at. I don't think it should be just an automatic like, oh, you stream sniped ban, right? I kind of like that idea.
I think there needs to be more context. There should be like, okay, timestamps on like when this happened, what led up to it. There should be like a whole like, you know, presentation behind it, not just this guy stream sniped me. Please take care of it.
And if they don't, and if they don't want to put a huge amount of energy into researching it, then back off.
Yeah, it's you can only go one way or another. You can either, if you're going to micromanage, but do it properly. Use the resources to properly get all the, like you said, timestamps, videos, all the evidence that is necessary. And if it turns out to be false, then remind that streamer and remind anybody who's part of that report. Look, this is the reason why. Here's our TOS. Here's our terms. Like, this is how everything is lined out, and then do a better job of presenting the rules and how they want it to be understood, because they leave it to the imagination way too much.
Oh yeah, 100%. They definitely do. A lot of it's through the imagination. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Anyway,
let me throw a kind of the rebuttal that I get all the time. I pose this question to a lot of different people, and I always get the same reaction from them. They're like, "Well, you're just victim blaming." But when I go and buy a house. Let's say I go and buy a $400,000 house, or a $200,000, or a $50,000 trailer, or whatever it is. Every single one of these comes with a front door with a lock on it. And if I don't lock my door and I get robbed, or something happens to me inside the house, the insurance company, the very first question they're going to ask me is, was your door locked? Did you leave your window open? What did you do to try to prevent that?
I don't think it's victim blaming. I think it's, I mean, you got to be real, right? You're supposed to, there's things you have to do to make sure, like, to take for precautions to make sure that you're safe, right? I mean, that's not victim blaming. And even saying that just feels weird in a video game.
It's a video game, yeah.
The victim. Were you the victim? Yes, he showed up and he took all my cargo.
He told my cargo, and then 2 seconds later, he took off my armor and teabagged me.
Yeah, like Heavybot said, you know.
Yeah, it's the whole thing's cringe as AF.
Yeah, but yeah, do you have escorts? Do you have a hired gun? Did you take all the necessary precautions one would take to say, like, hey, I got millions of dollars worth of cargo. If I was in real life and have a cargo, I would want protection.
Wait, they added escorts to the game already? Nice.
So
that's not the kind that you're talking about.
So I was going to say, this is actually something that Durgan brought up a long time ago during his interview, where it's important to, when you go into the verse, know that as soon as you take off from the landing pads or whatever, it's defensive mindset. You need to be ready for everything and anything. It doesn't matter if it's an armistice zone or if you're like streaming, you need to be prepared. That means if you're getting attacked, rally up the friends and have a fucking party. You know what I mean? It creates more of a like an interesting mindset rather than just going off to the side and just creating, you know, like Excel documents of like, okay, this is when this guy struck me, and, you know, connecting all the dots about when Griefernet, you know, struck and what they're going to do next.
Really?
You know, like it's numbers, what do they mean kind of situations, right?
Show on the... Yeah, sorry. Go ahead,
no, you're good. It's content in a contentless game is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is like...
Are you talking about like a spur level PowerPoint presentation? Is that what you're talking about?
I mean, it was impressive, right? Let's be real.
I was impressed with it,
too. Show on the Gladius where he shot you, where he touched you. You know, I don't know. The whole victim thing, I can't.
Okay. Yeah, but I think it is just about being ready.
It's okay.
And always
wasn't
being prepared.
discussed.
Like,
I heard that. Okay.
First thing I would always suggest is, like, if you're streaming, don't use your fucking streamer name. It's a horrible idea. I've done it, and I've had people show up like randomly, and you know that's on.
Why? What do you normally play on when you're streaming? Then what's the other names?
Max Portis and Dead Runner. I don't care. Like, if people know what my alt account names are, that's fine. Whatever. If they're coming
don't listen to him. We've heard him in VC. He'll be like, I hope guys don't discover that I'm Max Portis. All right, just kidding. Huh?
Yeah. But just saying, like, if you're going to
so
put
I
yourself
wanted
out
to
there,
add one thing you said. Go ahead.
I was just, if you're putting yourself out there, you're risking.
Okay, so Elder,
that
you
along
said
with brand.
previously that
he let you
Sorry.
go, and then when you started going, he cut you off
Oh
again.
wait,
He
I
was like,
don't
"No,
I don't
at the
hear him
same
in
point."
Discord. I only hear him in the stream. The stream has like a little bit of a lag.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. No, you go ahead and say it.
Yeah,
I'll
please.
say what I'm saying after. Go for
Okay,
it.
so one of the things that Elder was saying previously was, you know, just the way they have the way CIG takes their approach to it. But if you want to look at like a company that does the pretty much the same type of PvP PvE interactions, and you want to see the opposite effect, you look at a game like EVE Online, where their dev team has come out and literally stated, you consent to whatever happens to you as soon as you click
leave,
undock and you leave the station.
Mm-hmm.
And then anything that happens to you is, you know, emergent gameplay, have fun, you know, whatever you want to call it, and enjoy that. And then they step back. And that game has been, I think at this point, is one of, successful. I think it's one of the longest running games.
Yeah. So it works. So stop trying to appease the people who are going to play regardless if they're crying or not. I mean, realistically, they're going to keep playing. Like at this point, they're going to keep playing. They're not going to stop playing. You blow up their character. All right, I'm done. All right, whatever. I'm just, I can't. The whole thing just like it just like leaves a bad taste in my mouth. It's unbelievably like immature to even be like that upset by it. It really is. It's like, and then what they do is they sit there and they give us you know, let's see. You are diagnosed with schizophrenia, and you obviously are a woman beater because you killed me in my character.
IRL.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, and
but hands off policy, best policy. That's really less resources being wasted on in-game drama and stuff that doesn't really affect IRL stuff. You know?
100%. I mean, realistically, all the quote unquote terrorist organizations and griefer organizations are a necessity for a game like this to begin with. So, like, if you really don't want interactions to the point where you have a possibility to lose your time in cargo or in game, whatever you're losing, there's plenty of other games that you can go on there and be in peace and not have to worry about that. And like, there's so many options out there nowadays. But to come into a sandbox MMO style game and to expect that, you know, streamer bro back off, you know, don't touch me, otherwise I'm going to cry. Like it's honestly insane.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to what's this? Bishop said it. They are often the most unhinged in global chat, by the way. Speaking about like those types that like they really are. They really are. Like they say.
Can I tell you how many times have been called like? Okay, so I can't recall how many times have been called like hard R in like global chat or even like VoIP by PvPers. It's most of the time Bob's getting so pissed off and unhinged that they're just saying this. You know, I'm just saying. The
biggest problem these people have is lack of therapy. Like, that's what I'm seeing. Like
they should.
The problem.
We might be the reason
start shooting people. Maybe that would be the therapy that they so much need. Maybe that's why the PvP community, for like the most part, is pretty chill. We might be in, you know, sodium nuggets talking mad shit to each other every fucking day, but at the end of the day, most of us are doing the same thing. We're, you know, we're out here, we're working, we're coming in, you know, playing a game, and we're usually just chill and having fun. We just want to enjoy ourselves. It's just our enjoyment happens to be shooting each other.
Yeah, they keep claiming that I need to get laid. So they must know I'm married. No, but no seriousness.
Are they watching?
Maybe they need to implement escorts. Yeah. Sorry. All right. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna let you take it over here. I'm done.
I was gonna say,
is there anything else, by the way?
Z, did you have any more questions before we kind of wrap up this right here?
I think we're good. Thank you very much.
All right, no problem, man. You have a good night, okay? All right. So with that being said, do you guys have anything else that you want to touch on this topic? You want to watch any memes together? It's up to you. If you have like
any
videos
memes, do you have any videos? Some we can laugh at? Not me saying I'm going to beat my wife.
No. No, I don't have that. So.
Bro, back up.
With that being said, guys, I think I want to say thank you, Kamak, for joining us tonight. We're going to kind of wrap it up. It's always a pleasure hanging out with you in your chat. I think you have like a really healthy mentality when it comes to streaming and stream sniping. And, you know, I want to see more of that kind of fostering into like the PvP culture and the PvE culture. If we can get into that, you know, like it would be really healthy, I think, for everybody.
I want to give
we have that organic nature. Yeah.
I want to give a quick challenge to the viewers though. If you guys can sift through some of Comics VODs and see if you can find him crying about stream sniping, I will pay handsomely for that. I want to see if it exists.
It doesn't exist. I promise you now, that does not exist. Even when I was a Bob. Even when I was a Bob.
According to GrieferNet. No, I'm just kidding.
I do have one last thing to say, and I know a lot of people, at least coming from my community, really want me to, voice this opinion. Yeah. There, you guys fucking happy?
There you go.
How did you wait? What was that? What did you have?
What is that? It was my hand. It was just my hand.
It's his hand. Okay, I saw like 3 or 4 people talking about it, so I was just waiting for it. You were gonna like ping in.
I was trying to find the right moment, you know.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Next time you just gotta say the special words. You know what that is, right? You just gotta say.
Streamer, bro, back up.
With that being said, I just want to say thank you to our callers and our chatters for joining tonight. It was really good, engaging conversations, and if you guys have any recommendations on someone to go raid, preferably a PvPer, post it in chat. We'll take care of that now. And now we're just gonna get like a bunch of wieners posted in chat. That's nice.
Yeah,
I shared my sausage.
And then
wasn't that the topic tonight?
Guys, yeah, it was apparently. Just a reminder that you guys also check out Lord Kamak on Twitch, YouTube, and his Discord. So the next time you have somebody pulling like a call to war, you're ready and at arms, right? That's all I gotta say. And just a reminder that tonight's episode will be on YouTube tomorrow. So if you guys haven't checked that out, please do. It'll be live sometime in the afternoon, later afternoon, because I don't have the thumbnail ready. But with that being said, have a good night, guys, and we will catch you later.
Yeah, are we rating out, by the way? We're rating out?
We are rating out. Yep.
Oh, all right. Yeah, have a good night, guys. Don't worry. You'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Later.
Figure it out.